Hey everybody, this is Juan from the Byte That team alongside Ryan and Keith. This is part of our WrestleMania Overload here this time to talk about the WWE Network, the launch. It was kind of rough, but nevertheless, it's here. We are here to talk about our experiences with it. So getting right to it, I want to ask you, Ryan, what was your experience getting into the network itself? Was it easy? Was it hard? How was it?
Actually getting and signed up was a little confusing. They had the trial there right, front and center to get into that. But then to actually purchase the network was a little tricky. I kind of had to click around and figure out how to do it. For whatever reason, when I was doing the trial, the 24/7 live feed wasn't working. Once I finally got into my profile and randomly the link appeared to buy the WWE Network, once I was able to purchase that, the whole live feed came up and everything was great. The layout, I think, looks really solid. The live player's obviously right there for you, on the home page. Then you have that top navigation bar. It's categorized, easy to find. They get the pay-per-views, the vault, and then their original content. And I think there's something else up there that I can't think of off the top of my head. Plus the whole global search. You want to search like Bradshaw did on Raw. You search JBL or Bradshaw, you get all list of all his matches. So that's a really awesome feature, and the fact that you can jump right into the match and not just the whole pay-per-view.
How was your experience, Keith? I know you watched that on your iPad.
It's pretty much the same thing. They have the 24/7 thing front and center. They kind of take a couple hints from Netflix and do a recommended thing. So, hey, you like WrestleMania 17? Well, maybe you like WrestleMania 2000 or the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. They just feed you new content all the time, and I think it's really cool.
So what was the first thing you guys watched?
I watched the WrestleMania... No, I'm sorry, the Raw pre-show. Getting a little confused there. Not quite
yeah,
WrestleMania.
That's a hell of a pre-show.
Yes, I watched the Raw pre-show, which was very much like a pay-per-view pre-show. So what you expect. The interesting thing was you could see superstars being taped in the background. It was very strange, and they actually did cut to the match every once in a while. And said, oh, well, now you can check out Superstars later on in the week. But overall, I thought it was pretty good. It's definitely something I don't think I'm gonna watch every single week. It's not content that you need to see, but it's a nice little bit of extra. But Raw's already 3 hours, so it's a little much. So I'll see myself catching it every once in a while.
I kind of went. I tasted a little bit of everything. I checked out the live feed for a while. They were playing the WrestleMania Rewind. They were telling the whole story of WrestleMania 1, and they showed the whole main event of WrestleMania 1 with Hogan and T versus Piper and Orndorff. Then I went into the back catalog. I started watching the Royal Rumble 2000 with the Mick Foley Triple H street fight, and yeah, it's really nice quality. They have subtitles on everything, which is cool. It's kind of interesting seeing JR commentary on subtitles, because they even subtitle every single botch he makes. So he called a table a chair at one point, and they say chair ... table in the subtitles. It's pretty interesting.
That's pretty awesome. For me, I watched the last WCW pay-per-view, so that was probably not the best option, although it was pretty decent. WCW Greed, and it was cool because one thing that I think the WWE Network gives us is we're used to VHS rips or something, so the quality's not all that great. So it's the first time we're getting a lot of these shows that we'd otherwise get crappy YouTube rips or something, and now we get them in great quality. And some things aren't edited, some tracks are changed, obviously licensing issues, so we don't get Voodoo Child when we're supposed to get that. But that's to be expected. That being said, there's a lot of stuff. One thing I didn't consider, right now, if you wanted to watch Rey Mysterio Unmasked, go watch most of the last couple years of WCW.
True.
It's kind of interesting how WWE would hide that, but now it's hey, it's there for you to watch. So that being said, I want to know, first Ryan and then Keith, where do you see yourself watching the WWE Network from the most? Your computer, your PS3, where and how often?
I see myself mostly probably watching it from my PC for a pay-per-view or something. Maybe you have some friends over. Definitely going to hook it up to my PS3 so we can watch it on the bigger TV. And then definitely, you know, something before you're going to bed, definitely be watching it from my mobile phone. So primarily from those three, I don't have like an iPad or anything like that. So those are really the only devices I can use it for, but I plan to, you know, I sort of have a purpose for each one of them.
And for me, it's 100% iPad all the time. I can be at my desk working away at something, and then boom, I can have the WWE Network on the side there, just kind of in my peripheral vision, kind of like half enjoying it as I'm working away. So I never have to stop watching wrestling. It's great.
For me, it's pretty much going to be my PS3, because a lot of times, like, how awesome is it that you can just watch wrestling while you're cleaning your room? You can turn on the live channel, watch whatever the hell's on there, watch a pay-per-view before going to bed. I do think that they don't have this feature, but if they need to copy something from Netflix, and I hope they do, it's that you're able to watch from your PS3 and then tablet, but it picks up from where you left off. That would be great, because I had to rewatch. I had to like find the specific match I was in, but the search function's great. The fact that you can individually watch stuff. So overall, are you guys hyped for the network? Does it change your life as a fan?
Oh, I'm hype. I got hype.
I'm definitely excited for it. I'm mainly looking forward to the pay-per-views for $9.99 a month, but I'm also going to be catching up on a lot of wrestling that I missed. You know, I only started watching in, you know, the late 2000s, so there's a whole bunch of Attitude Era stuff that I got to go and watch. So I'm happy to be able to easily catch up on all of that.
Exactly. This opens up a lot of opportunities, and let us know what you think about the network by leaving a comment below. Send us a tweet over at Byte That Cast. That is Byte That with a Y. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, or hell, better yet, recommend us something. The network's out there. We got thousands of hours of footage that we can review on the show on the YouTube channel. So do that. Subscribe to our podcast. It's available on iTunes. It's available on Stitcher. It's available right here, folks. That is actually a thing. Check out ByteThat.com for all the information regarding this. Stay tuned for more content about WrestleMania Overload, classic WrestleMania reviews. We are going to talk about Total Divas. Ryan, you get ready for that. So until next time, for Ryan and Keith, I'm Juan. Enjoy the network.